Arm China, speaking of
Going
China,
rogue.
has gone rogue. This was posted by Pickles, Lord of the Jar on the forum.
Best username.
Best username. I love it for this topic. James, take it away. I love this so much.
Oh, I'm not even scrolled to it.
Then I can do it. ARM Limited, owned by SoftBank, has a division that is specifically tailored for China, called appropriately ARM China. That's a perfect name for the Chinese arm of your business.
You don't say.
That was where you were headed with that, wasn't it? In a surprising turn of events, UK-based ARM Limited is accusing ARM China's ex-CEO of blocking its business as the Chinese division has gone rogue. So ARM China CEO Alan Wu was fired back in June, but he has refused to cooperate and refused to step down from his position, remaining in control of the business without the consent of the UK-based headquarters. Like, James, is this basically like if I'm like, hey, James, back in June, right? James, you're fired, and you just keep showing up at the office and just keep telling the writers what to do and shooting carpool critics and are just like, what are you going to do about it?
It's like Riley just keeps making tech link because he has the password or something like that. This guy's just standing on the roof naked with a fire extinguisher yelling his own name. Woo!
Woo! So, yeah, so he remains in control of the business, and ARM says that Wu is propagating false information and creating a culture of fear and confusion among ARM China employees. I'd be pretty fearful and confused if my CEO was, naked with the fire extinguisher on the roof there.
I made that up.
And I know. And ARM also says that Alan's focus on his own self-preservation has also put China's semiconductor innovation at risk, as he has attempted to block the critical communication and support that our China partners require from ARM for ongoing and future chip designs.
That's interesting.
The situation has apparently escalated to the point where Mr. Wu has refused to hold an event meant to connect Chinese chip makers to ARM Limited. And he has hired personal security so no ARM Limited representatives can get to him.
I love this. He's got bouncers blocking the door. People's necks are getting karate chopped.
This is some meanwhile in China type stuff going on here. ARM has accused Wu of covertly setting up a Cayman Islands private equity fund called Alphatecture. That's actually a surprisingly catchy name. For a Chinese company. Normally it's like, rock solid, heart touching kind of that sort of thing. Alphatecture. I like it. But anyway, set it up under his own name and then raised $10 million without ARM's consent. Like, what?
Pretty shady, man. I don't know.
But what are they going to do? Because I don't know what relations are like between China and the UK right now. I suspect not good, because the UK went and followed the US with the Huawei 5G infrastructure ban. So if I'm China and anyone from ARM tries to come in and enforce this, am I just like, nope? Like, what can you do?
Well, you might. It depends on how many other organizations in China which are tied to the Communist Party are suffering. It talks about these other chip makers needing to be in contact with ARM. So if everyone else is suffering, they're just going to tell this Alan guy will just get disappeared.
I guess it just depends how much of the expertise their partners need is already owned by ARM China. How much they can just help the customers themselves. I don't know. That seems to be what Mr. Alan Wu is betting on here. But
maybe for a while until there's new designs and it all trickles out from the motherland.
I would imagine this ends up being NVIDIA's problem. If I'm SoftBank, I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this. Forget it. I'm out. Sell to NVIDIA. Maybe this is part of what has spurred the talks. We don't know how long they've been in talks at this point. So this has all been going on since June sometime. It's probably, for them to be seriously in talks is probably a little bit more recent. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point is, that's it for the show. James has a carpool to catch, so I'm not going to make him stick around while I go through some super chats with y'all.